Rex, let me come over to you here on this thing first. The question has to be asked on this day. Is Odell Beckham, as talented as he is, worth the trouble?
He is. You don't throw away talent in this league. The thing is, when I look at Odell, I see a guy that, I mean, he's got such great energy and passion. He's got to learn to channel it in the right directions. To me, are you going to be the Energizer Bunny that is going to drive this team, and you're going to, people are going to play to your level, or are you going to be the Energizer, the energy vampire that sucks the life out of your team? That's how I look at it. Right now, he'd understand. He's been sucking the life out of this team a little bit when he needs to channel it a right direction, focus on the team and himself improving, and I think he'll have better results.
Jalen, in on this thing, what do you make of all this conversation around Odell?
Odell is worth all of the maintenance. However, now that he got paid, he's in a position of leadership. And there's a fine line between being a mentor and a friend to the people that you play with. And what ends up happening is a guy like Sterling Shepard, he's going to learn a lot from Odell. His work ethic, how to prepare and film study, how to be ready on Sunday. But you know what else he's going to learn from Odell? Yeah. How to behave when things don't go my way. And guess what he's going to do? He's going to follow him when they go to Miami on a Monday before a playoff game. He's also going to follow his behavior on a Sunday when things don't go his way. And what can Odell, the leader, now say to him when he behaves like that? Nothing.
But, Jalen, you know what's funny? He's not going to follow him out the door. A guy like Sterling Shepard, you're going to get rid of. You're going to put up with so much from Odell because he's a great talent. Sterling Shepard's average as hell. Yeah. Even though he's in the New York media, everybody plays him up good.
There's Shepard on the sideline behaving exactly like Odell. There's the things that he's learning from the leadership. Go ahead, Dan, give me a quick thought.
Well, this is why it's so important for quarterbacks to be CEOs. Because I go back to that Miami trip that you're talking about, Jay, and remember Eli post-trip, he really didn't make much to do about it. He's like, oh, yeah, I wish he would. In that moment, you squash it. You make sure Odell knows, no, bud, I love you. You're a great player. This is my organization. You're going to fall under my rules.
I have to be the other person on the other side of this thing. Listen, you have made yourselves, if you are the New York Giants now, the New York football Odells. You have tied yourself to him in every conceivable way. And the great Chris Carter, who is a Hall of Fame wide receiver, said to me years ago, you never make the wide receiver a captain because the wide receiver only cares about two things, me and my money. And that's what's going on. Now you've given him the money, you have to live with all of this. And he's calling out the quarterback the week that the team desperately needs a win. I'm not talking about the drops. You can live with the drops. Great players will drop footballs. Those are physical mistakes. But can you live with the leader of your football team telling Josina Anderson during the week, yeah, I think the problem is the quarterback, which is what he said. Let's face it, that's what he said. At a time when the vultures are circling around your quarterback, in that market, you can't live with that. And because you gave him all that money, you can't do a damn thing about it now.
Well, I mean, look, I disagree because, and look, I've had a locker room with three guys that were supposedly like that.
Yeah, but you know what? Who was the biggest personality in your locker room? You were, Rex. You were. And so all the attention went to, that's not
yeah, we're looking at you.
It's not a criticism. When the media when the media came a calling, who they want to talk to? They want to talk to you. They're not doing that with the Giants. They're all going to Odell. And what's he saying? He's not saying things the coach wants said. The coach has got to stand up there and say, done, finito.
I don't know what to say.
I left you nonplussed. You always had something to say when you were coaching my team.
I never
heard you say I got nothing to say.